Now, I'm gonna be totally honest with you guys. This video is about why me personally I haven't been able to keep up with a schedule. I haven't been able to do much with a schedule. The whole reasoning for that is that I personally have been I've been diagnosed with depression. Um, I'm just gonna say generalized depression because I don't have a book with me to accurately ac- accurately accurately diagnose or tell you the diagnosis. The point is, I've been diagnosed with depression for quite a few years, and personally, it's actually affected how I feel as a creator, how motivated I am as a creator, because, like, you guys hear the way that I talk about YouTube. You guys hear the way that I talk about all of my social media, about all of the things that I got going on, like YouTube and Twitch and all the other social medias. You guys see what I do, and then there are, from what I remember last seeing, 103 of you that have subscribed that continue to show up with almost every video, almost every live stream. And personally, I thank you for that. It really does give me validation that what I do, that what I've been doing, is good enough to put out there, that it's more than just something that I created and that someone can take something from it. Means a lot to me. Now, in saying that, I've also realized that, say, with the past, hacking that recently happened last month into closely the beginning of this month, I've personally really been thinking about things, especially yesterday. Yesterday was my birthday, for those who don't know. Hi, how you doing? I'm 17. How's it going? But it gave me a lot of time to sit and think about where my life is going, about how I want my life to go. And yes, of course, I want this to work out so bad. I know that I do. You guys know that I do. And there's a lot of ideas that I have for YouTube. I just personally do not have a large enough audience to do those things. I don't have the equipment. I don't have the, I'll say it, manpower behind what I want to do. And obviously, I don't have the money for that stuff. I would absolutely love to do an alter ego sort of thing. I would love to do some skits. I'd love to do literally anything that I could. Hell, I'd love to be a part of video games. I'd love to use my voice for something. I'd love to even act in something. But the unfortunate side of things is that with my depression, it's come with a lot of I want to say the word is unmotivating. like demotivating, but it comes with a lot of you know, down thinking, like negative thinking of what if my stuff's not good enough? What if, you know, a lot of negative things. What if the people don't like what I'm putting out? What if I need to change something or hop on some sort of trend? What if I have to like start playing Fortnite to be popular, or have a really good fucking PC just to play Among Us on it and, you know, boost up that way? And honestly, with those thoughts, I really just have put them aside because I don't have to worry about being this huge YouTuber. I don't have to worry about having all these thousands or millions of people constantly trying to talk to me. Not that I wouldn't absolutely love that. I would. I would try to interact with as many of you as I possibly can. But the unfortunate side of that is that there's absolutely no way that I could interact with all of you. At this point right now, I am able to because there's you guys that comment and that come around during the live streams, and you like to interact, and sometimes with you guys I decide, you know what, I'll add you on Discord and I'll talk to you on Discord or whatever. Like, I actually genuinely interact with you guys because you guys are cool people. You're good people. But at the same time, the hacking situation gave me a different way of thinking in that I should, at least for now, be very careful with what sort of activism I put out there. And, like, say the one video with the African American man saying about how the video in the background of his head was very racist, and that we need to step up as the privileged to start talking about how all this stuff needs to change. And I agree, it does. I absolutely agree. That's why I put it on my channel in the first place. But with the hacking that's happened, I've got no clue what that person's intent was. Whether it was to get my channel taken down or to get me canceled in some sort of way. I have no clue, personally. But I know that it had to have stemmed from some place deep inside someone. And the fact that they had said, and you can go back to that video and see, they had said, and I quote, "I don't like blacks," or "I think you have a big head," or like, "I'm in your channel, F-slur." Like, that is absolutely unnecessary, and I do not condone that whatsoever. And I feel bad for those who were affected by those notifications or by those comments or whatever was left. And I feel that I was personally attacked, not like in typing in the comments or whatever, but in the fact that this person actually got quite a few of my videos taken down. They were taken down because, with heavy air quotes, because they were violating either community guidelines or terms of service, which is absolute bullshit, and they never were. Like the one video I did playing Among Us with Rival Maverick's Howdy Gang, and just playing it with Rival Maverick, that was taken down for absolutely no reason. The people that were watching my stream could hear the other people in the call, the other people in the Discord voice chat, but they couldn't hear me. I was like, that's nothing that I did purposefully. I didn't even know that you guys couldn't hear me. Nothing was said was that you guys couldn't hear me. Nothing was said about that. It was just, hey, how's it going? And then when I tried to respond, there was nothing to respond to. So, within that, it's unfortunate, but point still stands. Unfortunately, I also feel that because of my, lack of motivation, that you guys haven't really had much in general to watch and to interact with, and for that, I'm sorry. But I also feel that, one, at this point, YouTube right now is basically just a minefield, and you're trying to tiptoe your way around the mines and try not to get blown up, or in this case, try not to get canceled for either something stupid that you did in the past that someone's bound to find somehow, or just in general by, just people starting rumors about shit that never even happened. I'm not discrediting the shit that did happen and the people who were canceled because of things that actually did happen. And I'm not gonna name names. I'm not discrediting those. I'm saying, say with people like, say for example, Jacksepticeye, right? He, on Twitter, and he even came out with a video, I think either in the thumbnail or in the, either with a video or with something else. I don't know what that was, but whatever. Jesus. I completely lost my train of thought. I have completely lost my train of thought now. I am very sorry, and this will probably be cut out after the video's up. Because of the lack of motivation, I feel that I both shouldn't be, but also at the same time should be on YouTube and Twitch and everything. I know that doesn't make sense, but let me elaborate. As I said, YouTube and Twitch right now are basically minefields for it, people who are looking to ruin other people's careers, people who are looking to ruin other people's lives in general. And I personally will have absolutely nothing to do with that. But when um, when things turn toward just in general the other side of YouTube, where now yes, people are getting along and whatnot, trying to collab, but it's also a very um, it's a very competitive platform right now, and the same with Twitch. They're very competitive platforms, not just as two separate companies, but also as just people trying to make it in life, trying to somewhat get fame and just hang out with people, or you name it, there's someone with that reason somewhere. And honestly, I feel that yes, my content is just that, really, it's just content. But there's also times when you guys like talk to me and I obviously respond, and I love those times. I love interacting with you guys. But if I have nothing coming out, then there's nothing new coming in. And I don't mean that as in money, I mean that as in, if I don't put any new videos out, then there won't be any new comments coming in. There won't be any new chats coming in for me to respond to, for me to interact with, and that's something that I've been dealing with a lot in my head, is that, I'm 17. I got one more year till I'm able to move out of my parents' house. Maybe a little bit longer to, get a job and earn money and, get out on my own. But, I want to be honest, there's a side of me that has been thinking about quitting YouTube. I'm not going to, because one, I am way too goddamn stubborn, and two, no, I don't ever want to think about my life without some form of entertainment in it. Now, I'm not going to stick to a schedule. I'm not going to play a certain game just to get popular or famous or whatever you want to call it. I'm not going to play certain games just to be of that status. I'm not going to be, held to a schedule, because honestly, if I'm held to a schedule, then that's just going to drive me more and more away from wanting to do YouTube. I started YouTube because, one, I was inspired by Jacksepticeye and Markiplier to do YouTube, along with a few other people like DanTDM and PewDiePie, and Captain Sparkles and Stampy and whatever, Squid. Anyway, I was really inspired by them to start YouTube, but at the same time, I started YouTube because it was fun. Because other people on the platform were also just there to have fun. And then it started with, like, the big news companies, the TV companies, the friggin' talk show hosts, like Ellen, like Jimmy Fallon, like uh, the other Jimmy, um, like Stephen Colbert, like Oprah, and whatever. You name it, they're on here. I personally don't feel that they should be on here. This platform is a platform for you. It's YouTube. You record videos and you put it up on YouTube for people to either give you criticism, or for, if you like torturing yourself, to get hate or get love, or either way. It's for the general person. It's not for these friggin' talk show hosts. And I'm not attacking them because, yeah, you have a right to be on here too. But do something that is beneficial to the general people of YouTube. Like, start interviewing more YouTubers. Start, doing more YouTube things. And stop, ripping off YouTubers with the Whisper Challenge, the song challenges, mixing up songs, impressions. Just stop with that. If you want to be creative in your own way. That's your way to give back to YouTube. Now, I get that most of your revenue comes from being on TV, the fact that you're almost all actors, and you get paid basically to just be a face and talk. That's not me being rude in any way. That's just me trying to process, why you might be here. Like, and I'm gonna say it, the Paul brothers are much different. They're a much different problem than the talk show hosts. The talk show hosts aren't doing, like I said, they aren't doing, original ideas, really. They're either ripping off YouTubers, whatever, like, whenever they have a, like, celebrity guest or something, and they're doing, like, sing, I don't know, sing We Will Rock You in the style of, Stevie Wonder. They're mix-matching songs that should not be mix-matched. Plus, that's been on YouTube for years. Years and years and years before talk show hosts even thought of it. Even thought, hey, you know what? I'm gonna steal from a YouTuber now. I'm gonna steal their idea. And then, afterwards, after the show is done wrapping up and everything, we're gonna upload clips from this and then upload it to YouTube. Because it's a platform that is for everybody. Yes, it's for everybody. And that's not... None of this is me taking away from those people. I'm not saying that they can't be on here. I'm saying that they should be doing something different. They should be adding to the platform and not just ripping off of it. They should be, interviewing more influencers. I'm not saying come and interview me, because I live in a trailer. Alright? I live in a trailer in Florida and what have you. I'm not saying come interview me, because I am not better than everyone else, nor are they better than me. I am just saying, interview more influencers. Interview more of the uh, modern celebrity, like Jacksepticeye, Markiplier, PewDiePie, uh, Dan TDM. I could name literally a dozen at this point that, you know what, you talk show hosts out there, you probably have never heard of them, except for Lilly Singh. Lilly Singh was originally a YouTuber. Lilly Singh was known as Superwoman. I don't know if this is... Okay, there you go. She was known as Superwoman. She did this. This was her thing. Superwoman. Don't know why, but now she is known as Lilly Singh, and she's got her, you know, talk show and whatever, and that's totally fine, because she still uploads to her own channel. She still does things like a YouTuber would, like an influencer would. Do things like an influencer would. Don't just rip off of them. If you're gonna rip off of them, give credit where credit is due. If you get my point, then you will do exactly what I'm saying. You know, give credit to where credit is due. You know, I'm not saying you get on your knees and pray to the person. I'm just saying, listen, we came up with that idea first. The Whisper Challenge. You know, the random karaoke or whatever he wants to call it on Jimmy Fallon, or I'm not even sure if it was Jimmy Fallon that came up with that. But my point is, don't just rip them off. You know, it really messes with my mind. And then there's the people like the Paul brothers. If you don't know who I'm talking about, where have you been living for the past 400 No, that's not even a good joke. If you don't know who I'm talking about, where have you been living for the past, 4 to 5 years? Maybe even longer than that. Because Logan and Jake Paul are two of what I would call the worst influencers to have ever popped onto YouTube. They have done nothing good for this platform. Vine, yeah, they were pretty funny on Vine, but guess what? Vine's dead. I said it. Ripped it off like a band-aid. Vine's dead. Vine no longer exists. But TikTok exists. YouTube exists. Twitch exists. You know, Snapchat exists, and all these other, platforms exist. Go do that. For both Logan and Jake. It's not my fault you got friggin' fired from Disney. It's not my fault. It's not anyone on here's fault. That's your fault. Your fault for messing up your own career. And yeah, you might be making more money off of YouTube or whatever right now. But there's no reason to be here for you guys. One of you filmed a dead body hanging in Suicide Forest, and then another one of you was just really fucking stupid. Like, you really have to think about that. But I digress. Either way, things will be how they are, and there's nothing that I can do about it. And that is perfectly fine with me. But please don't take anything that I said in this video and go attack people with it. That's not what this is meant for. It's meant for criticism. It's meant for an update-ish sort of vlog. And it's also meant to just show you guys kind of what I'm feeling right now. So, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, okay. If you didn't, that's okay too. But I will see each and every single one of you in the next video. Bye-bye!